And I tell you, God is doing a great thing, even when you can't see it. Hallelujah. Go with me to Habakkuk 2, 1 through 4. And it reads this. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower and will watch to see what he was saying to me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely not tarry. 4 reads, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. As you take your seat, I don't want you to look to your neighbor, but look to yourself. I want you to talk to yourself just this one time. Can you wait? You take your seats. To even begin to understand Habakkuk 2, 1 through 4, you got to know what took place in chapter 1. And in chapter 1 was very disturbing when I went back to read it, because it made me think about the life right now that some of us are going through. And we realized that Habakkuk gave a question to God. He says, why are you letting all these things happen? In chapter 1. And I said to myself, I kind of see how he feels. Why are these things taking place? And then God, the Holy Spirit, God got to deal with you. And he'll say, some things must happen in order for certain things to be fulfilled. Some things will happen even when you can't understand why they're happening. And I started getting concerned because I was saying to myself, God, I understand that things are going to happen, things are going to take place, people are going to get sick, people are going to pass and die. Things are going to happen, but when they're constantly happening in your life, you start thinking, where is God? Has he left me? Have he forsaken me? What is going on? But see, Habakkuk thing was, it wasn't that he was going through, he was looking, seeing what the people was going through. So it's another whole thing when you carrying a burden of what's taking place and you're not even the individual in it. But it hurts just as bad. And you are crying out to God, where are you in the midst of what I'm going through? And I hear the word of God, and I hear Paul, when he said to Paul, my grace is sufficient even in your time of weakness. And God is saying, I have not left you or forsake you. But God, I see something totally different. But all chaos is taking place. And I just can't find my way back to you. Because truth be told, some of us have fell back because of what we're going through. But I came this morning to encourage you that don't give in, don't give out, keep pushing. Because what happened is, as Habakkuk is pleading his case, and he's saying, God, where are you? You forsaking us. There's no justice. These people are doing me wrong. They mistreat me on this job, and you won't step in and do something. My family is out of control. They don't respect me, and you won't step in and take control. But God is saying, I know everything that's taking place. I know all things, and I am still in control. So God comes and he answers him. Now, I wouldn't want this answer what he told me, but the whole factor is he had to tell him and let him know who he was. And the second thing about it, he let him know, he said, yeah, I know everything that's happening. And it's about to get a little worse. I'm talking to the kingdom now. I thought it was bad these last 4 years. It's about to get a little worse. So I'm going to move on from there. All right, so God is saying to him, some things going to take place. I'm going to have your enemy turn to get over you, and they're going to be in control. Say, but it just was a season. God was saying to them, yeah, these things going to take place, and it's about to get worse, because I'm going to allow that same enemy that you already talked about to have control a little bit over you. So sometimes when we find ourselves in a place, like even on the job, or even in our household sometimes, we're in different situations with our family, and we feel like God has let people mistreat us, and we feel like God has let us down because the doctor's giving us every report that we don't want to hear, and he continues to give us things that we don't want. But let me tell you about God. He says, I'm allowing these things to happen because I still have purpose. I have a plan. Even in the midst of what you're hearing and what you're going through, I have a plan. So, and Habakkuk says to him, even though you say you got a plan, I get it, God, you're in control, and you control all things, and I know that situation is, but see, God wanted him to know that I have an appointed time for judgment, not you. Come on. So no matter what's going on with that enemy that you're fighting when you're going through with, God has an appointed time to deal with him, not you. I don't know who I'm talking to. You cannot take this in your own hands. You got to allow God to do what he needs to do. You be who you're supposed to be. The Bible says that even if my brother would fault me 7 times out of 7, I still forgive him. Find yourself in a place of forgiving in your heart and move on. That God can fix that situation and not you. And I said to myself, I said, God, even in the midst of that, and Habakkuk comes back with the second question. She says, aren't you not the everlasting? Don't you have full control? So you're going to tell me you're going to continue to let all this go on and take place? And God said, yes. But he came with something else. Come on now. See, sometimes we have so much to say and nothing prepared to do. Come on. And God says, and he comes to him clearly. He says, listen. Going back to the scripture, he says this. He gets to 2. And he comes and he says, after he's talked to God, because see, we don't know the language of what he has said and how upset he was when he talked to him. But I can kind of figure what he felt like, as he says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower and see what he was saying to me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So that let me know he was a little bit out of character. Because why you got to be reproved? First thing I want us to realize, when that standing is enduring. In this season, you got to be able to endure what you're going through. When I say endure, not that you're not going through, but you got to know that you know, as the old folks will say, that God is able and that he's not left you. Sometimes endurance hurts. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's discouraging. But God will not leave you or forsake you. And as he says, the next one says, he said, and upon my watch, that means guarding, serving. Don't stop guarding. Don't stop serving because of what you're going through. Don't allow what you're going through to stop you doing what you're supposed to be doing for God. Sometimes we find ourselves in such a bad place that we feel like we have the right to sit down. Today I tell you, you have not the right. You're expecting God to move for you. So how are you going to sit down on God? You got to keep moving, keep going forward. Your service is not just for you. It's for kingdom. It's for this ministry. So if you're going to sit down every time you get a bump, then that's the problem. That's the problem. We got to keep moving. We can't stop moving. We got to stand upon our watch. And he said, he set me upon a tower. That's a high place. What is I saying? Higher. It's a reason for higher. There's a reason for higher. We don't stop at where we are. We're going to continue moving and going higher in glory, in God's glory. And that's what we are. That's what I'm getting for New Heights. We're going to sit on that tower. We're going to watch and see what God's going to do. We're not going to sit down. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep pushing. Come on. And he said to see what he would answer him. He expected and considered, what could God say to me after me telling him this? Some of us need to think that way when we go to God talking and complain. Do I really need to say this to God? Or how am I saying this to God? Sometimes we go to God like we God. But we got to realize that God knows all things. He even knew you was going to come to him. So you think he didn't know Habakkuk was coming to him? He knew. Come on. And he had an answer for him. And he said, and what he would say, what he declared, what he would command, what he will warn him of. And he said to him, and to me, what shall I answer when he say this? Should I run away? Should I turn back? Should I try to take back what I just said to God? And act like I didn't say it? Come on. Too late for that? Too late. God answered him and said, write the vision. Some of us have not even really truly told God what we desire. We told him what we think we want, but not what our heart truly desires. Write the vision. Some of us have our own individual visions. Do you have visions that are for ministry? Do you have visions for kingdom? If you want somebody to support your vision, you got to support your own vision. All right now. You got to be able to be excited about that vision. You got to be able to go forward for that vision. You got to be the one pushing for that vision if you want people to get behind you to fulfill the vision. Write the vision. Write God what you want. Write God what you're going through. Write God. And he says, write the vision. Make it plain. Plain. Let's start writing visions that you don't believe can get accomplished. Truth be told. But you write them, and I'm going to say this, wishing, which is witchcraft, that it takes place. If you're going to write the vision, you got to believe that the vision going to take place. Expecting people to follow a vision that you write that you don't even believe that can be fulfilled. So he told him, write the vision, make it plain, make it where people can understand it, that they can follow it. And then he said that they will run with it. That means it should be taking place fast, quickly. A lot of times visions don't come to pass as fast because, let's be honest, some of us don't understand what the vision is. We have somewhat of an understanding. But when you really know what the vision is for an individual, whether it be a company, whether it be ministry, and you take it in your heart, oh, you can make that thing run. You can run with it and make it happen. And I'm saying in New Heights, if you believe in the vision that is at this house, I'm going to need you not just to know it, but to write it on your heart. This is the season that God said, I'm about to move. The vision has already been written. It's up for us to take it and run with it. If you're not going to run with it, that's going to be an issue. We are one. That means one body. We can't move like this. One can't go left and one go right. We got to stay on the same angle. So we have one vision for this house. One vision. One vision. So you can't have your own individual what you think should be taking place. Or you have your own individual what you think should be taking place. Because I truly believe in the visionary of this house. If he wrote the vision, I'm taking the vision and I want to run with it. Why? Because if you have not found yourself in love with this ministry, then that's a problem. You should be in love with this ministry by now, or have an unction of wanting to do what's best for the ministry. Thank you, Lord. That he may run with it. That reads it. Now I'm going to stop there, reads it. When I did a search on that, reads it, it says to call out, to recite, to proclaim. Some of us not need just to know the vision and know how to quote it. We got to speak that thing into existence, that it take place. We got to begin to say and believe and walk in that thing. Like we know that God has spoken this and it's going to take place. It's going to happen. No matter what's going on, no matter what different situations take place, no matter what the holdup is, we going forward. Because we know what God said and what the vision is saying. but yet an appointed time. God's timing is not our time. God has his own set time when he's going to allow everything to happen and take place. That's in each individual life, as well as this ministry, as well as kingdom. Appointed time. There's a season for everything. There will be seasons when you will suffer. There will be seasons when you're on the mountaintop. There will be seasons when you're in the valley low. But God is still the same God. He has not changed. He will never leave you or forsake you. I'm saying that for a reason because I'm about to kill that spirit of defeat in the name of Jesus Christ. But the thing about it is, even after all that vision is written, God says, and you shall speak. It shall speak and not lie. God is saying, I'm giving breath to the ministry. I'm giving life back to the ministry. But what they need to do is get excited and back on fire for me. God is saying, I'm giving life back. I'm breathing life into each individual that felt like they was defeated. I am breathing life back into you. But you got to realize that it's coming back into you. So when you place oxygen on an individual, see, I know I got oxygen going. But if they're having a panic attack, they don't realize that they're really not losing oxygen. It's them just panicking. God says, stop panicking. I've already applied oxygen to your life. I'm giving you when to breathe. You don't have to panic. You don't have to pass out. You don't have to go through those things. Because I'm giving you life. I'm breathing life back into you. But when I breathe life into you, I need to see manifestation. That means I need to see excitement in you. I need you to see you back on fire for me. I don't need to see you on the ground crying, pull me, pull me. I need you to get up and start running. The thing about that is that, and I get it, I hear you in the back, I hear you, but you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know the place I'm in. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I'm going through right at this time being. But what I do know that God is God, and he has never failed anybody. God is in control. God will never leave you. God will never forsake you. And I realize that you're going through. I don't even say that's not real. But I'm going through. But what I realize is that too many of us allow what we're going through to sit us down. And that's what the enemy wants. You got to keep pushing, keep fighting, knowing that God is able. There's people that depend on you, and you don't even realize it. Wait for it. Sometimes God is giving each one of us somewhat of, whether it be a vision or whether it be a promise or giving us something that we know God said, but we just have not seen it manifest. And God said sometimes it will tarry. It will tarry because there's timing. His perfect timing, not ours. It comes a time when we want things to happen and we just can't realize why they're not taking place. Come on, what's going on? God, you ain't moving. Why they taking so long? Why this happening? Why that happened? And God says, I have an appointed time. I have an appointed time for it to take place. So yeah, it will tarry. But he said, wait for it. Because it will not tarry. Why? Because some of us, truth be told, we give up on it. If it don't come fast enough, we say, okay, I'm done. God must be say that. And we go sit down. And the sad thing about it is because you sit down and you don't keep moving at what God told you, somebody else sit down. Because they was waiting on you to do what you were supposed to do so they could follow. See, this thing is about running, ministry running. So if you see it, I need to be able to follow Pastor what he's saying. And just because I can't see what Pastor's talking about, don't mean I go sit down and not continue to do what Pastor's saying. Those things that are seen are temporary, but those things are seen not are eternal. We striving for eternal things. See, because this ain't just about a building. This is about ministry. And we're going forth in what God said. We're not stopping because of what we're going through. We're not sitting because of what we're going through. We're going to manifest what thus says the Lord for this house. Because truth be told, there was a promise given and a vision way beyond before we got here. And it will come to pass. It will be obtained. We will go forward. There was a promise and a vision given to this house. And I declare now under the notion of the Holy Ghost, it's about to take place. If you don't believe in obtaining this vision and going forward in this vision, I ask you kindly to detach. This is why. Any hindrance will still be in this same place in 2020. You have to get to a place of realizing and believing what the leadership believes. Hear me. We have to believe what he believes. How can you move if the head is saying go right and you want to go left? Can't be done. Now, what is Minister Johnson talking about? I am talking about the vision for this house. This is a very hard word for me to bring because I was just like, no, I'm going to get it there as pastor. He has the vision, and if he has something to say, Lord, he'll say it. And he says, no, you won't say it. You don't tell them what thus says the Lord, it's time to get in order. 2020, and I'm not talking about I'm talking about 2020 is the year. All this is not being done by fault. God knew exactly what he was doing. He says, I'm doing a new thing. And we got to believe that. I came just to give that word to say we got to believe what thus says the Lord. And we got to believe in the vision for New Heights Ministry. And if you don't believe, get with somebody that do. Thank you, Holy Ghost. That they can help you understand. Sometimes we don't believe because we don't understand what's going on or what direction we're going in. But I came just for that to let you know that there's a vision for this house, and I know each individual have their own individual thing that they're going through. But I need you to know that God will never leave you or forsake you. Don't fall back on who you are. Don't fall back on who God called you to be because of what you're going through. The last scripture says this, and behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That first part, when I researched it, I never researched it, I can honestly say that, means that that person was caught up in himself. And I couldn't understand. I read it and I was like, no. He said, no. He says, the whole situation is sometimes we get so caught up in what we're going through. And we forget to just live by faith. Doesn't matter about how much money you have, what kind of car you have, because all that can go away with a blink of an eye. But your faith in God that he's able to restore what has been taken, whether it be your faith, whether it be your joy. And I'm realizing more and more every day, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And happiness is not joy. But I came today just to give you that, and it's been a long time since I was able to give an encouraging word, and I thank God for that. But I want you guys to know that don't give in, don't give out. God is able, and he's still on the throne. Jesus Christ is interceding for us each and every day. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing in what he promised you. Don't stop believing in what he promised this ministry. And don't stop believing what he promised for the kingdom. Because in the end, God still wins. He wins. It's been a long time since I've been able to say that, standing up here. But he wins. It's already been written. He wins. So no matter what you're going through, I'll leave you with this. Know that God is with you and that you're able to overcome every obstacle that will come your way. I look forward to what God is going to do in 2020 in each one of our lives and do a change. It took a lot for me to say that because I don't like to prophesize or say something about a year. But what I'll say is this was the beginning that's expected to be completed by 2020. Thus is the Holy Ghost and the Lord. To God be the glory. Amen.